First day, we try to explore the commercial activities around the site. One of our interests was the scrap market in the district. Scrap from all over Bhopal both, uh, both there and further transported to recycling center.
Now comes, first was a grounding part, which includes lots and lots of walking on all these days. Second part of exercise included mapping, which is recording and memorizing. And this was the major part of exercise. We need to memorize so that our future can adopt those memories to bring a better future, better present life of the people. We use this method to basically use the above projection on the horizontal ground and track all the traces that you have already seen with the help of GPS. We just located those tracks and tried to find out what's the basic linkages and the connections of various themes and that we had adopted and our walking and the images that we had got. You don't have to show it? Okay. This is the first process that we carried out. Is when we come with so many tracks interlinking each other, we just put a sheet and try to follow those tracks and observe things. Like one followed people, one followed maybe the goats, garbage, sewage. So what can be the basic line of action of around this site to regenerate the landscape and the existing conditions of this site? It was just thoughtless, without using any brain, what comes initially in your mind after memorizing these all photographs. So we tried to sketch those things and bring out in the form of this sheet, this whole sheet, which includes infrastructure and the people, especially the people, their aspirations, what they want from this site. In our walking, we also interviewed many people that are not as concerned of the site and the tragedy, but just show in an informal way of talking them what they want, what they, how they live here, and what they need to, because we took our site as a part of the surrounding, not as a site itself. And we wanted to merge the site with the surrounding, so that there is no boundary of that, it's a very tragic area and it's full of contamination and all. No, that site is a part of the people around it. So we wanted to indulge those activities, those landscape inside the site also. So regarding that, we also tried to place many things inside and outside the site by merging them. This was the first outcome that we find. We just placed the site and the activities, traced the activities and tried to put their expectations of the people. Like they want playground for their children. They want a vocational center where the children and the young people can be trained so that they can get a job. They want some space for their, there are many NGOs working there. They want some space to work and collect and memorize these things. So, and some commercial activities, some residences. So we just clubbed those things and tried to figure out, just place, not as a design, but that as their aspirations, what they expect from the site, from the surrounding, and merge in the site with the surrounding. This was our second result. We tried to propose more something which we can reduce and just try to make 2 or 3 inferences. What is the outcome of this thing? Bhopal 2011, a guide to the hidden context. We all see the history of Bhopal or the many things written in the text, interviews, everything. But we don't go to the inside of those areas, the hidden context, what they want. master gave us a few line of action. Like we had already had many traces, themes with which we worked. But what was the basic thing that guided us to go to that road? Must be something must have attracted us to go to that road. What's that thing? We were more interested to find that hidden context. What is that thing? What guided us to go there? Maybe something interesting, children playing, or some people working. What was that? And that was the main aim, guide to the hidden context and daily life at today, what we are seeing today. And these are the whole tracks of the whole area that we found. And these are the basic guide maps. When we were going in that area, what was the first thing came and that guided us to go like this? So this was first, the Uryavasti area. The first thing that guided me was the difference in the areas at Uryavasti and the areas near the evaporation tank. They have huge contrast. Like people in Uryavasti are much educated now because of some Bhavna people and NGOs working there. They know how to use the medicinal plants. They know the value of cleanliness. So if you see the photographs, the colony is very clean. Look, though they are living, their living standards low, but they are living with good environment. And the areas like Nawabasti and the Kachichola area, which lives near the evaporation tank, the condition is very bad. The colonies are lifeless. They are dumped with garbage, dumped with children playing around this evaporation tanks, which is so dangerous. So the contrast was the first thing that initiated me to go to those areas and find why is that contrast there. And a few marking points. I had listed out a few marking points, like what guided me to go on those areas. This was the second sheet drawn by one of the group mates. He was following the basic sewage pattern and the drain of water and basic infrastructure along these areas. So he also listed out a few points, like one lady was taking illegally from the connection of the water. So he was fascinated by that. Why is she doing that? What was the basic context behind it? Or some illegal trying to take the electricity supply illegally. So these things fascinated us and we tried to walk along them. This was his basic study, which includes he was very fascinated about this thing, that the grey water from Arif Nagar goes to the ground and they grow medicinal plants there, which all the water goes to the ground and it's a good green area there. So why not use it as a new thing to this? And this was the third one, which includes all the commercial activities, like all kind of activities run in this area. We have recycling plants, we have small vendors, we have butcher market. It all includes all kind of commercial activities with little low standard in the means, like they don't have big shops or they are the small merchants which run their daily living with these things. So these are the few things that made us, what are the things that guides here. So we make overall plan of these aspirations, these wishes, and present it as a guide map for Bhopal 2011 for this area. Now, how to use this result? We are not analyzing any memory. We are just making a source of memory so that these memories can be used for future values or future. It's a historical collage which can be used by the future, and it gives us a pre-existing for continuous design process.